Good morning, conference. Last year we agreed that our party had to change, and I promise you I'd dedicate my deputy leadership to rebuilding our party from the grassroots up. I promised you a digital revolution. Now this year the NEC has agreed a new process of party reform. I'm pleased to be launching the first step in that digital revolution today. Many of these reforms will hopefully be agreed at the conference this week. Reforms that will mean all our members can take part, share their views, and actively campaign for our success. Women in the Labour movement have driven important campaigns on issues like the minimum wage, fairer pensions, affordable childcare. Well, I'm delighted to say the NEC has recognised this and committed to giving the Women's Conference a formal policy-making role in the future. And following a consultation with our councillors, the NEC has also agreed a set of rule changes for local government. These will make our processes more transparent, increase diversity and the number of women in senior positions. And we will provide better support for our amazing Labour councillors. We'll also be devolving significant new powers to the Labour parties of Scotland and Wales. It's great to see Kezia here today. And Carwyn, I can tell you how happy I am that Labour still has a First Minister in Wales. To those who worked so hard to make that happen, thank you. And I hope you will also support the changes the NEC recommend later on this week. Last year, Jeremy and I pledged to support candidates from low-income backgrounds, including those working in traditional jobs and trades. Candidates like Chris Elmore, who recently joined us in Parliament and was on stage with Ogmore CLP barely half an hour ago. Before being elected as the MP for Ogmore, Chris was a trainee butcher. He's the son of a roofer and a carer. And I've got to say, Chris, congratulations on your election. We're thrilled to have you. We need more Chris's in Parliament. We need more women. We need more ethnic minority candidates. A Parliament that represents the communities we seek to serve. And I'm delighted that this pledge is now about to become a reality with the new bursary scheme we're launching this week. I'd like to say a big thank you to Jenny Formby and Chulo for their help in driving this. The separate bursary scheme to support candidates with disabilities, championed by my colleague on the NEC, James Asser, is something that I know all of us here will also welcome. You'll be able to find out more about this on our website and over at the Labour Party stand. All of this is about giving greater support to our members, reconnecting with the hundreds of thousands of people who make the Labour Party what it is, and helping them reconnect with their wider communities too. When I stood to be your deputy leader, I promised a digital revolution in our party. I'm just going to give you a brief overview about what we've been up to since then, some of the things we've made and what we're going to be doing over the coming weeks and months. Our teams have been listening to members to find out their needs. The experts call it user experience. They've been building tools that empower members and connect them with their communities, from street to screen and back again. And our digital team started earlier this year. They didn't start with code, they started with simple questions. Why did you join Labour? What did you expect from us? What do you need from us? And you know, they found a lot that worked, but they also found a lot we could fix, especially for our new members. For them, the party sometimes seems really jumbled up. It sometimes seems really jumbled up for older members as well, by the way, but I'm not going there. It's not always clear how you get involved. So they've started building the foundations of a more joined-up Labour Party. On their own, these changes might not seem a lot, but cumulatively, they're going to make a big change to the way we organise ourselves. My Labour is at the heart of that. It's a mobile-friendly platform designed to help every member of our party play a full and active role. to make it easier for you to get involved. It has a digital membership card where you can see the details you gave us when you joined the party and then easily change them yourself. You can find the contact details of your local Labour Party and the officers, events for you to get involved in and have a say in the development of Labour Party policy. You can find out more about My Labour and activate your account by visiting stand 48 right outside. Once you've done that, you'll be able to contact directly from inside My Labour. Tell us what worked, tell us the ways you could see the things being used, and tell us how we can make it more useful. We've also built a canvassing app. A lot of you have been asking for this for a very long time, because after that grim, rainy day of canvassing, you've been coming home with soggy sheets of paper. I've heard people of drying them out on radiators before entering that data into Contact Creator. So the new Doorstep app will make life easier for thousands of campaigners up and down the country. It will upload to Contact Creator at the end of every canvass session, meaning our activists can spend more time talking to voters, less time entering data. I knew that would get a clap. And if you want to test out this new app, pop over to the party stand and they'll get you set up. There are training sessions happening here at conference and we're rolling training out across the regions in the next few weeks. These new tools and services are just the start. We've done lots more work behind the scenes so we can build things more quickly and easily in the future. They've been built in a way that is easy to build on. They're going to be improved and tweaked and fixed all the time, and based on what members tell us they need. These are the tiny first steps of our digital revolution. It doesn't end here, and new tools are only half of the story. More functionality will be added in the months ahead. I also said I'd prioritise community organising and give you the tools and training you need to start reconnecting with your local community. Lots of that great work is already happening. So I've been out talking to our members around the country to find out what we can learn and how we can share that best practice across the party. Earlier this month, I went to Wythenshawe, where Mike Kane, an excellent MP, and our excellent Labour councillor Sarah Judge started a fantastic community organising project to help women in their area who were suffering from domestic abuse. When she started talking to women about this issue, Sarah found many women who felt failed by the system. She found women who were disengaged with the political process, women who said they'd never voted in their lives and thought politics was something people in posh houses in London did. Sarah started working with them, agitating them to take action, campaigning for real change to support victims of domestic abuse in Wythenshawe. I was humbled to meet Lisa, who told me how she got involved in the project after coming out of an abusive relationship. Now, I want to take a minute now to share with you Lisa's story.
I'm Lisa, I'm the coordinator of the Safe Spots Centre in Wythenshawe. My first relationship, I was 17. Everything was really good at first. Then a few months into the relationship, the cracks started to appear. It was just name calling and things like that. Then that soon led to physically abusing me. He broke my bones, he stabbed me. I was pregnant at the time. So I plucked up the courage to call the police. And at that point, he was with a gang. So they bullied me, threatened me. There was threats to kill and things like that. So I dropped the charges against him. Ended up back in the relationship. That carried on. The same abuse, controlling me and everything for 3 years. So one day I plucked up the courage and I thought I couldn't take no more. It was either I stayed and took the abuse or there was fear that I'd probably end up dead. So I left. It changed my life completely. I've got more confidence than what I had. I would never ever have thought that I would have spoke out. With that, I learned that my feelings did matter. Speaking out mattered as well. So I looked into it, I became a member and I've voted ever since. The vision I have for my future is to roll safe spots out into other areas and get the help and support that women need for domestic abuse. And maybe one day in the near future I'd like to be a local councillor in my own area, supporting the local residents.
Well, I want you to think about what Lisa just said. By getting involved in this community organising project, Lisa started seeing that politics is made of people, and that by building relationships and banding together to campaign for change, you can improve the lives of the people around you. She joined the Labour Party. Over 360 women have already been to Safe Spots Centre for help and advice since they opened their doors earlier this year. And now Lisa wants to stand to be a Labour councillor. I can't tell you how proud I am of Lisa. She's brave and compassionate and decent, and I'm thrilled she's here with us today. Please welcome her, Lisa. Want to stand up? But I want you to do more than that. Because when I met Lisa, she put me right on the spot. She used a community organising technique called a PIN, asking for a specific commitment from an individual who can help her cause. She told me that women who are in the same position as she was, women who are trying to escape an abusive relationship, trying to get help for themselves and their family from our courts, are being charged £75 for a letter from their GP to say they're a victim of domestic violence so that they can access legal aid. Sometimes even more. Lisa told me women are coming into the Safe Spots Centre asking for help because they're getting charged £125 for a letter. 125 quid for a piece of paper. A piece of paper that says, yes, this woman is suffering from domestic abuse. Yes, she needs help. Lisa pinned me to support her campaign, and I'm going to pin the Labour Party conference to support it too. So we've started a petition, and I want you to go online and sign it now. I don't need to pass this through the National Policy Forum to say that a future Labour government will scrap this hidden health fee. But this won't be the last you'll hear from me on this in opposition, because we're going to keep pushing with Lisa, and we're going to keep campaigning until we get this changed, until that fee is scrapped and women like Lisa have access to the justice they need. We're not going to stop. This type of campaigning is what we need to be doing all across the country. The campaign started in the community, and now we're taking it online, from street to screen and back again. And as Jeremy said yesterday, we have to rebuild from the grassroots up, engaging with our communities, with people like Lisa. And we need to help you do that by sharing this best practice and giving you the tools and training you need to do the job. Back in July, we brought together over 100 Labour Party activists from across the country to learn and share best practice at our first ever Young Activists Academy and Community Organising Summer School. It was brilliant to see these people so eager to learn, to take what they've learned from their training weekend back out into their communities. Now we're going to roll out that training for all our members. There are training sessions on digital campaigning and community organising happening here at the conference and online. You'll find lots more information on the party stand, including our new community organising guide. Let's be clear, this work matters. We're not making these changes because we want to be more modern or because we'd like to think we understand social media. We're making them because we need to win, and these changes will help us do that. The millions of people in our country who need a Labour government demand that we win, and this is how Labour has always won. Organising in our communities, building and mobilising our local government base, spreading our message beyond Parliament in order to win power in Parliament. This is a first step, but it's a vital first step. Thank you, conference.
Okay. Thank you, Tom, for that best practice, the innovation, creativity that's been shown, and also a